This is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your November 2017 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising signs. So Aries, for this reading, I'm using the Thelema Tarot deck, along with the Oracle of the Unicorns Oracle cards. If you are interested in receiving a private reading by me, please check out northeasttarot.com. And if you're interested in receiving an extension to this reading over on Vimeo, I do have the November 2017 Love Tarot Forecast posted over there. I will have the link below. And then on Facebook and Instagram, I do also offer the dailies as well, where I pull a daily Oracle Guidance card. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, I have the Two of Wands, and this is the overall energy for you guys for the month of November. So the Two of Wands is great. A decision could be very significant for some of you here in the month of November. A partnership could also be significant. But the Two of Wands generally is representing you very focused on the future. So this is you coming up with lots of ideas and making plans for the future. And you are just about ready to walk down some sort of new path, some sort of exciting new path. Now, right at the center, I do have the Four of Swords crossed by the Five of Pentacles. So the Four of Swords could be some of you maybe spending some time alone. This could be you recharging your batteries. Some of you could be healing from something. And with the Five of Pentacles here, fives can represent a challenging energy. So maybe some of you could be healing financially. You know, maybe you're an Aries that has gone through some sort of financial difficulties. With the Five of Pentacles, you could be losing faith with something, especially if you're an Aries that is waiting. The Four of Swords, energetically speaking, it can represent the energy being at rest, or maybe not much is happening for those of you that are maybe manifesting something or in the process of maybe walking down a new path, or even maybe waiting on a decision here. Right at the start of the month, maybe it feels like nothing is happening or things are on hold, and that could be job related with the Five of Pentacles here. So you could feel like a lack of financial security, or lacking something in your life. If this is on the relationship front, maybe there was a separation, or maybe some of you were spending some time alone, and this could be you feeling a lack of love, a lack of support, or maybe even abandoned in some way. But I'm not getting that from many of you. I feel like this is more financially related for many of you. And what's interesting is at your foundation, I have Judgment, which is a healing energy. This is you rising up from a difficult time. So some of you are rising up from some sort of difficult time in your life. Judgment represents rebirth, renewal, recovery. So some of you are definitely maybe recovering. This could be on the health front, definitely with the Four of Swords and Judgment here. Some of you could have just went through, you know, some difficulties. But you are actually healing, and maybe it took a toll on you financially for some of you. Judgment can also represent a decision that was significant. You could have even made a decision. If you were an Aries that made a decision to maybe separate or go off and spend some time alone, Judgment often represents that you made the right decision. And in the more recent past, I do have the Knight of Swords. So there could be some Aries that maybe you made a decision, you could have acted really quickly. This Knight of Swords is a very hasty knight. So, you know, he's someone who charges forward very quickly. So some of you could have made a hasty decision, still the right decision, but maybe, you know, it happened very quickly. If not, there could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius person around you that's significant. Because crowning you, we have the Page of Swords. So we have some ear energy here. So maybe some of you are involved with an ear sign person. The Page of Swords crowning you, you know, for me, he's someone who is very vigilant. He's on guard. He's kind of on the lookout. And so with the Page of Swords crowning you, some of you definitely could be a little weary, a little on guard. And then for other Aries, you know, maybe news or communication is significant. So some of you could be waiting on some sort of news, some sort of information. And with the Page of Swords, maybe it's delayed. And so if you're in Aries that, you know, you feel as though something's on hold or not much is happening, maybe a lot happened previously, but right at the start of the month, if you feel as though not much is going on, it could be because you're experiencing some delays. Now, the Page of Swords, because it's crowning you, he can also be like the spy. So you could be watching someone, definitely, or, you know, this could be you aware that maybe someone is watching you, especially because we have the Knight of Swords here. So I view both of these characters sometimes as, you know, people on the lookout, or they can be spies sometimes. So you could be watching someone, someone could be watching you. If you're an Aries that's separated from someone, you know, maybe you're just watching them over social media or something like that. Now, energy that's coming up for you around the second week, Aries, we do have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups can represent, you know, many different things. This can be regrets, sadness, heartache. It also can be a very doubtful energy. So in particular, for those of you that are waiting and you feel as though nothing is happening, this is you very much needing to have faith. With the Five of Pentacles in this position, which is someone who's losing faith, and then the Five of Cups here, which is someone who's very doubtful, someone who's, you know, doubting that something is going to come through, doubting that something is going to happen. You know, this is you focusing on the glass being half empty, or the more negative side of things, or if things are taking a long time, you're focused on that, you know, that delay or things taking a long time versus, you know, all of the other good things that you have in your life. So, you know, my suggestion would be for you to, yes, meditate. If you like to meditate, go off, spend some time alone, but really needing to see things from a more optimistic standpoint. And this is just a general reading, so maybe, you know, this won't even apply to you. I could be reading for a very select group of Aries. And then what's interesting is in the position of your power, I have the Seven of Swords. So we do have a lot of swords or ear energy here. So again, you know, there could be an ear sign person that's significant. Now, the Seven of Swords in this position, again, someone could be watching someone, definitely. Now, if you are watching someone with this card, you could be catching someone doing something. But I'm going to clarify lots of things later on. The more negative side of the Seven of Swords can be the trickster, you know, the shady character, the liar. He can be someone who's trying to steal something from you. The more positive side of the Seven of Swords, because all cards have their pros and cons, the Seven of Swords can be, it's an independent energy, and it can be someone who's going at it alone, someone who's taking some sort of action all on their own. And it is a risky energy, so there certainly could be some Aries that you're taking some sort of risk here, or you're moving forward and taking some sort of action independently. So very interesting. And then in the position of how those around you are viewing you, I have the Six of Cups, which can be you receiving some sort of closure from the past, someone or something from the past that's significant. Maybe you're even finding something out about someone here with the Seven of Swords, the Six of Cups. This could be some sort of closure coming in around maybe a relationship, some sort of matter here. And maybe you wanted to know if someone was cheating on you, or you wanted to know if someone was maybe trying to steal something from you. You could be finding that out here right around the third week. And then in the hopes and fears position, we have the Seven of Wands. And so the Seven of Wands is what I call that warrior spirit. This is someone who is very courageous, very strong, very passionate. And, you know, this is someone who does have the advantage. They are on higher ground. So Some of you could be hoping for you to stay strong throughout this ordeal, hoping that you have the upper hand, hoping that, you know, your passion, your courage pays off. You know, I feel like this card gets a bad rap because it also can be a defensive energy. But as long as you fight for what it is that you want, as long as you don't back down, you will be successful. And I think that that's, you know, what some of you are hoping for. And then energy that you're leaving the month with and going into December with, you have the Empress. So the Empress generally represents abundance. So a lot of abundance around you here at this time. You could be spending more time with your children if you're a parent, with family. You know, abundance comes in many forms. If you were struggling financially at the start of the month, you know, this could be things improving for you financially here at this time. The Empress, you know, she is a very creative woman, and some of you could be actually giving birth to something that is going to be incredibly rewarding for you. You could be starting something new here at this time. The Empress also represents that very fertile energy. So you know, if you're looking to get pregnant, you know, just give it a go here at the end of the month. But let's do some clarifying for you. First, I want to take a look at, let's see. Yeah, we're going to take a look at the Five of Cups first. Now, this Empress could always be a character. This could be a woman around you that's significant. This could be a mother. Could be your mother that's significant, or your wife that's significant. But let's take a look at the Five of Cups for Aries. Energy that's coming up around the second week. All right, and now I want to take a look at the Seven of Swords. Looking at the Seven of Swords for Aries. Okay. So looking at the Five of Cups, energy that you're going to experience around the second week, we do have the Three of Cups, the Tower, and then the Ten of Pentacles. So the Empress is a 3, and then we also have the Three of Cups here now. So for some Aries, there definitely could be a situation involving 3 people. So there could be, like, maybe there was an affair, or maybe there's a love triangle, because the Ten of Pentacles for me, this can be like the family unit, the married couple, the family unit, and then maybe there's something that's coming out into the open about a third party, an outside party with the Tower here. This can be, you know, stuff hitting the fan. This can be the Tower of Lies that's crashing down. It can obviously represent a huge shakeup. Something happening suddenly here. So there could be some Aries that you're maybe finding something out here around the second week. But for those of you that it's not love related, the Three of Cups can also represent something going on with a friend. It might have something to do with a Scorpio. And with the Two of Wands and then also this Ten of Pentacles, it also could be a business partnership here that's significant. Now, the Tower can also represent a building, a structure. And so maybe some of you could be waiting on something to do with a home or property. It could be like an inheritance or something like that, because we have this Ten of Pentacles here, which can represent inheritances, assets, property. So with the Tower, you know, maybe some of you are waiting to be able to celebrate some good news. Things are delayed, waiting on information about a home or about an inheritance or something like that. And that could be why we have the Seven of Swords here. Maybe, you know, maybe there's something going on with a family member. Maybe you think that person is trying to steal something from you. And then looking at the Seven of Swords, I do have strength with the Six of Pentacles and then the Wheel of Fortune. So it could have something to do with a Leo. The Six of Pentacles is you receiving. So I think that some of you, that's what you're waiting on, because strength can be a patient energy. You having to be strong, having to wait. The Six of Pentacles is maybe some sort of generosity or something that's coming to you, but it's going to come in at the precise moment it's meant to happen. With the Wheel of Fortune here, higher forces are at play. So I feel like, you know, maybe it has something to do with a Leo, but you are going to receive what it is that you're waiting on. And I think that some of you are definitely waiting on something and maybe doubting that it's going to come through. But with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, this wheel is going to turn. It's also a karmic energy. So, you know, what you put out always comes back to you. So just, you know, stay on the up and up here. Be patient if you have to be patient, and try to stay positive. Your thoughts are your energy, so really just try to stay positive. And for some of you, that could be what this Empress is here right at the end of the month, which is some sort of new beginning that's coming in. So let's pull you an additional guidance card. Aries, what else does Aries need to know? Additional guidance for Aries for November. Aries, what else does Aries need to know? There you go. This is beautiful, Aries. Trust. Leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. So this is beautiful. Some of you need to trust, especially those of you that are maybe experiencing some delays. You're doubting that maybe something is going to come through or something's going to happen. You need to trust. You need to have faith. You need to stay positive, Aries. Some of you need to leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. So some of you need to have faith. If there's an opportunity that's coming up for you, I say go for it. Definitely go for it here. And some of you will be, and it might be happening right at the end of the month. And with the Empress, you know, this could bring in a lot of abundance, a lot of happiness. Okay, Aries, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And if you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. I wish you a wonderful month. Take care.